Hello, Trinity family. This is Pastor Dewar, and this is your Trinity Library series. Today, I'd like to recommend for you a book named Weavers, Scribes, and Kings. This is a new history of the ancient Near East. It's a history book. It's a little bit chunky. I would apologize for that, but I'm not really sorry. This is a book that I had to read for my class, for one of my classes in my master's. Now, I don't recommend most of the books that I read on this library series because a lot of them are quite technical and quite dry, and this one is not. This one's very interesting. This book walks through the history of the ancient Near East, the history of Mesopotamia, through the lives of individual people. And because it's walking through the lives of individual people, it's a lot more approachable, a lot more tangible, a lot more ways for us to identify with the people of the ancient world and say, hey, these are real people. I can understand them. I can get along with them. I could see how their lives worked a little bit. So what this book does is it reconstructs parts of the past that we can reconstruct by following these people, by following their lives. Now, what's additionally helpful for students of Scripture is that the Bible takes place in this world, in the world that she's describing. Abraham, he came from Ur. This is a city in southern Mesopotamia. And so he left Mesopotamia when God called him, and he went all the way to the southern Levant, to the land of Canaan. But then the people of Israel returned to Mesopotamia in 587 BC when Nebuchadnezzar destroys Jerusalem and takes them into captivity. And so there are several books of Scripture that happen in Mesopotamia because this is where they're taken to during that captivity. So the biblical story and the story of ancient Mesopotamia, these two things get along, they work together. And so as a student of Scripture, it's very helpful to understand the world of the ancients. Now, one of the things that I did, because I think these two things are connected, is I had to write a paper for my class. It's a review of the book. I've left a few copies on the shelf for you. That you can find a link to it in the description as well. But if you'd like to read the review before you read the book, that would be perfectly acceptable as well. So I break it down, what's interesting about the book, what's helpful about the book, but then also where I see it connecting with the biblical story, something the book doesn't do on its own, something the student of Scripture will have to do on their own. So I hope that you enjoy this book. I hope that you take a look at it, look at the review, look at the book, and see if this is something that you would like to dive into to understand the world of Scripture better. I pray that you have a blessed rest of your day.